This morning, we are celebrating a sound that helped define American music, certainly in the 1950s and early 60s. Well, 50s at least, certainly. And the artists working to keep it alive for a new generation for more than 15 years, the Doo Wop Project has been touring the country, blending classic harmonies with contemporary style and inspiring audiences from Broadway stages to PBS specials. Now they're at a creative peak with a brand new 90-minute show, Echoes of the Street, coming to the Brown County Music Center in Nashville, Indiana on Sunday, November 9th, 7 p.m. They are on a mission to hashtag Save Doo Wop, preserving the genre's street corner roots while reinventing it for fans of all ages, from grandparents to Gen Z. And their new album, Echoes of the Street, is out now, featuring their first original song, Ooh Wee, written by Elliot Lurie, best known for the hit Brandy. Joining us this morning is Russell Fischer from the Doo Wop Project. Russell, great to have you with us. I think we just went 4.5 minutes on your intro. I got to go get some oxygen. Good to good to have you on.
Ken, it's great
You
to be
know,
with you.
you bet. And being an Italian American from the New York area, I mean, this was the heart and soul of doo wop, So I have relatives and friends who are still very much into doo wop. I was raised hearing the songs and everything. Probably one of the more common, the Still of the Night and things like that. This was playing from radios and or record players when I was a kid, so I've experienced it. But for those who haven't experienced you guys, the Doo Wop Project Live, describe the sound and the energy of the new show, Echoes of the Street.
Sure. I mean, well, as you know, as you mentioned, we all met doing various Broadway shows, and the one common thread between all of those shows is that they have all this great music from the 50s and 60s, and so then we dialed it back one era, one genre, to the doo wop genre, and doo wop, as you know, was inspired by and influenced by rhythm and blues. And so this music started on the streets of these great American cities of Chicago, Baltimore, Philly, Pittsburgh, Detroit, New York City, of course, the Bronx, Brooklyn. And, it was just a couple guys singing on the street corner, guys and gals singing on the street corner, making sounds, replicating sounds of instruments with their voices. And so we really try and evoke that sort of sound and pay homage to those groups because we're standing on their shoulders. And so when we were choosing our material, not only do we want to showcase that, but we also took Kenny Vance and the Planetones' Looking for an Echo. And and that's a song that was written about the doo-wop genre. And we've sort of tailored the lyrics to reflect our experience singing doo-wop together for the past 15 years. So it's really unique in that way, because it is a uniquely American genre of music. And so we really wanted to honor that with this new album.
I mean, look, we have jazz, which is uniquely American, as you mentioned, blues, and then
Yeah.
doo wop. These are genres that spread around the world. In fact, it became like an ambassador of the US to the rest of the world, because you had kids in
Absolutely.
countries on the planet who don't even know English, but they knew the English words to all these great songs because it was entrancing to hear doo wop and the beautiful harmonies. It's just amazing. You even used to have kids on the corners who used to have competitions, right? They would,
Yeah.
instead of a fight, they would have doo wop competitions to outdo each other.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. It's so true. It's foundational music. And to your point, we visited Beijing and we sang at the Blue Note in Beijing. And even if they didn't know the lyrics, they were still responding to the energy because the music is so fun and so playful. And it's simple in its nature. It's like a simple formulaic chord progression. And then we layer all of those voices on top of it. It is a really cool genre of music to sing, always.
It sure is. It sure is. And so many, you had young guys. I mean, there were doo-wop female groups, right? But it was
Yeah,
vast majority guys. It was all singing about girlfriends and breaking up. And
right.
in many cases, it was trying to impress girls, right? To get girls to pay attention.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure, for sure. And
I
so,
love
and
that. And
a lot of the
go
songs
ahead, go
and
ahead.
stuff
I'm
we
sorry.
took to that as well. Yeah.
Very cool. what is it about the nostalgia for so many younger people, especially like Gen Z now? They love record players, they love
Yeah,
vinyl, and they're getting into doo-wop too. What is it? What do you think it is about it that's causing that?
yeah. I mean, I think it's because we're tracing the evolution of music, and so it's harkening back to uh, a time where there wasn't much to uh, sort of think about in the structure of doo-wop. It was very self-explanatory, and it's very simple, and it's very layered, and it requires locking in, harmonizing, listening to each other. That's key these days. And so, yeah, I think there's that hunger for like the warmth and the depth of sort of doo-wop and that sort of analog sound. I mean, I myself own a record player, and I love listening to vinyls anytime I can. Also, listening to an album, front to back is something that's so rare these days when you can stream music. But I also think that, yeah, this generation's starting to connect the dots, and so hopefully with our group, we're helping facilitate that by taking, as our bass singer says, uh, contemporary songs and doo-wopifying them. So giving them a doo-wop twist where we're taking contemporary songs, we're taking today's hits, and we're tailoring it to the doo-wop genre. And we have a lot of fun doing that. And that's why we
Very
call ourselves
cool.
a project. So we're taking like Michael Jackson's The Way You Make Me Feel, Jason Mraz, I'm Yours. I'm trying to think of other examples. Most recently, we've done a Taylor Swift song. We've done Shake It Off because Shake It Off is a bop. And so we try and
Sure.
take songs that already lend themselves to that genre. And then we sort of brainstorm how to make it sound like doo-wop.
I love it. And you have your own original called Ooey, right? Or is it Owe? Written
Ooh,
by Elliot
ooh,
Lurie of Brandy fame. Oh, we? Is it Brandy as in Brandy? You're a fine girl. What a good child you would be.
bingo,
Is that the song? I was a
bingo.
disc
You got
jockey back then. I used to play that. Wow. So now, how did the collaboration with him come together? We only got about 30 seconds left. If you could wrap it in 30 for me, I appreciate it.
absolutely. Elliot Lurie heard us on Spotify, and he reached out to our management team, and he emailed them and said, I am still writing, and I wrote a song about doo-wop. Would you care to sing it? Maybe you'd like to
I
tackle it.
love it.
And Sonny Palladino, our musical director, took it and worked out a little vocal arrangement for us. It was pretty much all laid out, and he did it, and we laid it down in the studio, and we are just so grateful that we
Well,
were
you
able to
guys, you got
do it to
You
us.
have shows coming up in Stony Brook, Staten Island, here in New Jersey at the Strand Theater.
That's
What
right.
is a website so they can get more details to?
So yeah, we'll also be at the Pollock on West Long Branch on February 7th, and Paramount Hudson Valley in Peekskill, New York on Saturday, April 25th. But for all the tour dates and all the info, you can go to our website, www.thedoowopproject.com.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much. Here's Russell Fischer from the Doo Wop Project. Please come back again and have a great time with your shows. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks. Appreciate you, Ken. Take care. Have a good one.
You bet.